Okay, Sadie, this will be my video, take one. Um, just talking a little bit about Sherry as a leader. Hi, I'm Daryl Gerard. I have been a member at Whitey's Gym for now about 10 years. I consider myself one of Sherry Hawkins' athletes over the past 5 years, and I've been coaching now for 2 years. And I just in talking a little bit about Sherry Hawkins as how she's affected me as a leader, and I guess I feel fortunate in that I've got to work with her for a number of years now, and I've actually seen how Sherry as a leader and a trainer has actually evolved with my relationship in the gym as well. I think one of Sherry's greatest abilities is to recognize a person's goals and I think expectations walking through those doors initially. Number one, first and foremost, was establishing a relationship with clients, which I think is something that is truly lacking in the athletic business. Number one is establishing a relationship and a rapport with her clients, and I like to say athletes because she definitely helps that individual walking through the door evolve into that athlete mindset, which I think is hugely important. I think what she does is she first of all kind of gets an understanding of what a person's expectations are of themselves as they walk through the door, and as a good trainer, able to foster that growth mindset as someone comes in through the door. Letting a person learn slowly. She's diligent in watching a client make sure that they're safe first and foremost, because the first thing to chase a person away from the gym forever is injury. And so number one, by making sure an athlete is safe and working to their ability to start, and then fostering that growth slowly, letting that person take on new challenges and being there to show proper form and technique to protect the athlete as they develop and evolve. And then I think as that person starts to feel comfortable, she starts to add those stepped challenges, whether it be number one, getting that goal from the athlete, or two, seeing some potential growth for an athlete and making some suggestions and letting that person evolve from there. For myself, that was definitely how it worked. Started her classes, lacked, I think, any particular athletic skill, and really was not a very confident or comfortable person inside the gym. And what she did is she fosters that proper technique so that that person can make those advances initially, and then with that invites them into more challenging situations, and does that as part of a group and a community, so that way that person doesn't feel like they have to learn off in the corner by themselves, encourages them to be a part of a larger community, which I think is also a big part of the development process for an athlete, is that they don't have to do it on their own and suffer alone, right? And then as that athlete continues to evolve, adding new layers to that, whether it be, more complicated movements, bigger strength challenges. A prime example would be nutrition, really attacking nutrition with individuals. And that's huge because that is a big part of the success of their clients, is that proper nutrition piece. But again, doesn't overwhelm a person, lets that athlete kind of take that road of discovery themselves. And I think that's one of Sherry's great successes as a leader, is lets that athlete develop without, with just the right guidance and push, but first and foremost, like I said, safety, so that way the athlete keeps coming back and feels safe to do those sorts of things. Then I guess I feel fortunate that I've gotten to know Sherry Hawkins as a fellow coach. She encouraged me, obviously saw a bit more than just a casual passion for training and athletics inside the gym, and she encouraged me to just coach a few classes for her, just even initially while she was away, because she knew I understood some of the fundamentals of what she was doing, and Obviously, there was some comfort with her fellow clients. They knew me, saw me working out around there. But one of the first things she did is fostered me increasing my knowledge, whether it was simple instruction videos. Ultimately, with her encouragement, I went and achieved my CrossFit Level 1 coaching. I've done a number of other coaching seminars, and I think as a leader of coaches, the one thing, number one, is there's an expectation of discipline and quality in how we interact with her athletes. To know that when she's not in the room, that same level of expectation is there, but then also to very successfully recognizes a coach's strengths and puts us in situations where we know we're going to be successful. She wouldn't put me into a class or a coaching situation where I really didn't feel comfortable and I could lead a top quality session for her athletes, or and as a coach, they start to feel like they're your athletes as well. And ultimately, we still recognize that those are Sherry Hawkins athletes in her gym, and she's always done a fantastic job of setting that high bar of how she interacts with those athletes of hers, and then putting that same level of expectation on the coaches. Definitely very supportive of us. Number one, learning, patting us on the back when we have successes, maybe showing us where we can, develop maybe some more skills that would be to that advantage, and then always making sure we're a part of that conversation to be a part of how that business evolves and how she sees coaching and leading those athletes. That's who I see as Sherry Hawkins, the leader. I feel very fortunate that I've had her come into my life over the last 10 years. Definitely has improved me as number one, a communicator, definitely as an athlete, and number three, just as an all-around better person, because I have a lot better quality of life, and she's made that a part of my life to a point that I want to continue to spread that message. So those would be some of the things that I would say about Coach Sherry Hawkins and her skills as a leader.